Hi guys, welcome back to the channel for my first catch and cook. We've got some whiting from last night. I'm going to prepare these and make a nice whiting sandwich for my lunch. Sounds alright, doesn't it? Right, first things first, fillet the fish. I haven't even gutted these ones yet. Right, so what I do is I go behind the pectoral fin, nice cut until I reach the backbone. Same on the other side and slightly in towards the head. Right, from there then I'm going to go in just underneath, or just in the middle of this bottom fin, and I'm going to feel for the backbone, and now it's on the other side, and feel the backbone down. And there we go, you got the backbone there, all that fish there had no waste at all. Right, I'm going to do the same on the other side. Feel for the backbone, out through the other side, and cut through down to there, and there we have just bone, and everything else is good stuff. Right, from there then I'm just going to go up that way, and then just going to follow the bones. You should be able to hear the bones. Let me just clip that off there, go into there, clip that there. I'm going to cut the belly bit away, don't want that. One thing you need to do when you're doing this sort of thing is make sure you've got your rubbish bag close to hand. You don't want to be making a mess in the kitchen and be shouted at. Take those pin bones out by there. Rubbish straight in the bin, clean up as you go along. And we're just going to go and just take the fins away. Right, so I'm just going to run that under the tap just to clean it up a bit. Onto a plate, do the other side. The other side here, we can go this way, up and across, and then we get in, and we just follow the bone all the way down to the rib cage and cut through that. Don't need that. That all can go in there, or if you've got a real load of it, you could use it for a stock if you really wanted to. I haven't got enough of that kind of stuff for making soups and things. But anyway, fins away, no bone in there at all. Right, just rinse that one. And there we have a nice little fillet. I'm going to repeat that with the others as well. This was from last night's session with Adrian. If you haven't seen that video, please go and see that video. It's going to be worth watching. Adrian, a long-time friend of mine from Bangor. We fished together with the Bangor Angling Club. He caught a cracking conger last night. about 16 or 17 and a half pound, I think he said it was. It was a cracking fish. Please go and see the video to see that fish. It's worth going and see it. Right, down the back. Don't know if you can hear that on the video, but you can hear where I'm running my knife along the bone. Right into there. Same on this side. Follow the line of the fins up to the cut on the head, and then in we go to get as much of the meat away as we can. Bone there, we don't need it. And there's 2 fish done, and 1 more. Behind the pectoral fin, down there, down past the head, meat there. Feel for the backbone, run the knife down the backbone, oops, I didn't get that one done very well, whoops, missed that one a bit, happens. It's much more difficult with these smaller fish than it is with the bigger fish. Hopefully not so long from here I'll be able to show you something with a bigger fish. I've got quite a few ideas to share with you. And there we go, another little fillet. Always remember though, always use a very sharp knife when you're doing this sort of thing. Blunt knife does not work. Right, and in there, cut that off, get rid of that, rinse this off. Like that, rinse the knife. Run the board underneath the top, get rid of all the scales, because we haven't quite finished yet. So all we need to do now, after I've done this, is that we need to skin it, and then we can start cooking. Right. Just a bit of a clean up before we move along. Right, skinning. Skin side down on the board, fingers by the tail, just make a very small cut into the meat, but not all the way through the skin. So what we should have now is something like that. See that? Right, so we've got the skin showing at the bottom there. Now, so all I do now is I follow my fingers up with the knife, behind the knife, and just push the skin off, folding that fish over so you can see what you're doing. And then what you got is just skin and a clean piece of fish. Put that to one side. There we go, comes off very easily, and it's a very, very delicate fish, this whiting. And this is the one I didn't do very well, but never mind. That one there, that in there. There. Next one. And another one done. Last one, and then we can start cooking. Okay, put this to one side. Okay, so over to this side now, to the business end. So what we got in here, I've just got some plain flour with just a little bit of salt and some turmeric that I've just mixed together just so it's nicely seasoned. Right, so pan on. I like to use a little bit of butter and a little splash of olive oil. Right, very, very simple. We take our fish, just get that good and hot. This won't take long at all. It'll take seconds to cook, and what we do is we just cover the fish in that flour. Pan's not quite hot enough yet. Cover the fish. Make sure that the fish has got a good old dusting of flour on it. Right, just shake the excess and in they go. Thicker end first and lower the more narrow end down later. Yes? Right, so thicker end in first and then drop the tail end. What happens here now, the turmeric will colour that nicely. I just need to wash my hands. Right, so we know that this isn't going to take long. We started this end and went up that end, so obviously common sense tells you you turn your fish from that end. Look at the nice colour on that, nice and golden. It won't take long. This whiting will cook in a matter of 2 minutes maximum. It is delicate, so be careful with it. You don't have to be hard, don't have to be rough. Just nice and gentle and turn over like that. Oh my word, that looks good. Right, so like I said, I was making a sandwich. So what I've got is I've got my bread and some pea shoots. Pea shoots on the bread, ready. Just a little smidgen of mayonnaise on the top piece of bread. I only mean it is just a little bit. Okay, this fish is going to be pretty much done now. Fish onto the bread, turn the heat off, fish there. What I'll do is I'll show you the inside of one now so you can see how nice and colourful it is. Right, so if I break that, if you can see that, that's perfectly cooked. Oh, wonderful taste. Onto the bread. A little squeeze down. How's about that for a sandwich? Well, there's only one thing to do. That is a whiting sandwich cooked with the fish dredged in flour and turmeric with a little bit of salt, a little bit of mayonnaise and pea shoots. That is good. Until the next time, keep your lines tight.